So here is a problem. You thought the balance in your checking account was $68. When your bank statement arrives, you realize you forgot to record a check. The bank statement lists your balance as $26. Write and solve an equation to find the amount of the check you forgot to record. Here's the four steps to solving a problem. Number one is to understand it. So what's the unknown? What do we know? Well, we know that I thought it was 68. It's actually 26. And what's the difference? The difference is this check I forgot, right? So this is with the check. And we'll call it C. And then this is without the check. And the unknown is the check. So let's make a plan. If I think I have $68 and then I subtract out that check, then that should leave me with the $26 that the bank says I really have. So I'm going to do 68 minus C. That should equal 26. So now I'm going to solve that problem. $68 I think I have minus the check I forgot to take out should equal the balance that the bank has. Alright, so what can I do? Well, 68 minus C. Now this one might be a little tricky because what operation is happening here? Let's think about this. Subtraction, if you remember way back in the day, was defined as adding the opposite. So this is really 68 plus negative C. And then if I use the commutative property of addition, I can change the order and say this is negative C plus 68 equals 26. And now it's a little easier to see that the 68 is actually being added to a negative C. So in order to get rid of the 68 over here, I actually need to subtract 68 from both sides. So I'll subtract 68 once from the left side of the equal sign and once from the right side of the equal sign. And I get negative C equals (26 minus 68), negative 42. Now what happens if I get this, a negative C? Well, one way to think about that is that negative C is negative 1 times C. So if I divide both sides by negative 1, negative divided by negative is positive. So positive C equals negative divided by negative is positive, positive 42. So my answer, see, my question wasn't an equation, so my answer can't be an equation. My answer has to be in terms of the problem. So the check was for $42. That's the answer. And then I can check by saying I had 68. If I subtract 42, do I get 26? And I do, because it's cool.